Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with 3 S's. I'm your host here, Chantele Francis, with my car co-host, Jojo, for the second to last time this season. How are you?
You had to remind me. I'm sad this season's going to be over, I think I'm sad.
I'm sad, but I'm happy just to have a little bit of a break so I can kind of replan how I want to do the Big Brother 24 and how I'm going to fill in the challenge all-stars and all the other challenge stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm happy to have a little bit of a break. And
yeah, we
then
had celebrity and then right on the
this
can.
kind of went right into each other.
Whew.
And so I want a little bit of a couple months break is nice.
Okay.
Because Big Brother is just such a big commitment, right? So
and what, it's 2 months away?
I think in July.
Okay, early July.
Look at who's back. Sophie Dopey. Season 4, The Circle, starts next week. So what do you think? Should I cover The Circle? I don't know.
Yes.
Tell me if you are on agree with me. As much as I like The Circle, I kind of wasn't that excited about the cast. And I don't know if it's because of what I think that Netflix now thinks that the show is about, is these big personalities and catchphrases.
Yep.
And it just seems like, I don't know, just really more gimmicky. And I feel like it's less gameplay and more like saying phrases that are really like, wow, wacky, or like alert. Like, I don't know. It just seems a little bit more that they know what they're getting into, and it's less like authentic or something. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why it bothered me, but
I like The Circle a lot, but I was really disappointed with the last season. I think season 2 was my favorite.
And you've never seen the UK, right? Oh, you
no,
have.
I love the UK. UK is my absolute favorite.
I was obsessed with the UK.
Absolute favorite. Yeah, hands down. Wish that we had the narrator. Prefer the contestants. That's why I love seeing Chloe in season 2.
Just for her voice, yeah.
Yeah, I love just having her around. I'm like, yeah, give me more Chloe. I want her on everything, and she is on everything now. So good for her. But I am excited only because I kind of know one of the cast members.
That's true.
And by know, I mean loosely connected through the mini field world. And I'm rooting for them. I hope they do great. I'm sure they do great. They're a really smart guy. So we'll see how they do. But I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun.
I guess why I'm not put off, but in the UK, all these people's personalities, that's actually their personalities.
Yep.
I guess I'm feeling these personalities are playing up to the camera. And I think that's maybe why I'm just like, I don't know if I'm going to buy this, or, have people yelling and just saying lines enthusiastically. I don't know. We'll see. I'll watch it, but I don't know if I'll cover it. Don't know. Hi, I am. Thank you for being here. Hello to Danny. Happy Thursday is right.
Girl.
The Circle season 4 cast does seem boring, and I think I saw one of them on something before. I've been hearing a lot of people saying that they know a lot of people. Definitely the one guy, Alex, is the one that's in the Sequester mini community, and I think he's been in other online games, right?
Yeah.
And I do think there's somebody else that people know, but I don't know the name of that person.
I don't either.
UK Circle is everything. I've not watched the Brazil Circle. I know that it's great, but I haven't finished. I haven't done it.
I only watched one season of the Brazil Circle, and I thought it was fantastic. The personalities were amazing, and the person who won was incredible.
I kind of I don't know who won, but I definitely have an idea who might have won. Kind of got half spoiled. Too bad JoJo isn't part of the Circle season 4. I know. Did I submit? I might have applied. I don't know if I did.
We should have applied together. We would be amazing together. We've talked about this.
We should do that then, maybe.
Yes. Let's do it.
Maybe next week. It could be, we could do a little video.
Cute idea. I like that.
Just got back from Disneyland and California Adventures. Natalie, that's so fun. I haven't been to Disneyland since I was a little kid. Well, like a teenager.
I've never been.
Ever? What about
no Disney
World?
No, I grew up poor.
Do you want to do that?
So poor.
Do you want to go to Disneyland in the summer? Want to go to like Paris Disneyland? Like go somewhere like fancy or
Kinda. But I love that. I love the idea of just doing California. I love California.
Well, you'd want to do the Florida one then if you've never been, I think.
Do I want to go to Florida?
Oh, okay, fine.
Sorry if
I'm just
anyone's from
thinking
Florida,
because
but
I think that was the first one, wasn't it? And then Disneyland came after. I could be wrong.
Disney World, Disneyland. I
I don't
think
even
so.
remember the difference now, but one has Epcot Center and one doesn't. And I think Disney World has Epcot Center. If that's still a thing. I mean, that's also could have been 25 years ago. So who actually knows? Like,
Don't know.
like,
Don't know. No.
But Natalie, that's really fun. I'm
Yeah.
very jealous, and I would love to go to Disneyland or Disney World in the near future. So
I
we can
mean,
make that a plan.
we are going to New York next week, so
Go to New York for the live know-it-alls with Rob as a podcast. So next Wednesday, you won't be seeing myself and Jonathan, but you'll see me, Jojo, and probably Jonathan when we come back on Thursday night. But we have heard rumors that there might be an after party or something like that, or like a finale party that maybe we could go to. So if that's the case, then we might have to do something on the Friday. But we'll keep you guys posted as to what's going on.
yes.
And just get excited for us in New York.
New York.
They're hyping this season of The Circle to have bigger twists and turns.
Ooh.
See,
Don't know how I feel about that.
See, this is what happens when it gets to like the American like producers' hands is they don't realize what the magic is.
Yeah.
And they think the magic is like these twists and these turns.
No, the magic's
but the magic
cast.
it's the cast
Yeah.
and having them play a simple game.
Yeah.
But
Don't
then
overcomplicate it.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll see how hard they complicate it. We'll see. We can judge it when it's on. That's
fine.
I'm gonna give it that. Because even the trailers, I'm like, I'm gonna stay away from them a little bit. I don't want to be too familiar with anyone. I don't want to see too many spoilers. I like the surprise for The Circle. I just want to watch 4 episodes back to back, love my life.
That's true. So I have said I do have a problem with the UK contestants not liking being strategic. That's true. That's true.
That was tactical. Oh, but Manrika was incredible.
Manrika was amazing, but got robbed. Yes, I do agree. Like they don't like the things to being too tactical, but I definitely enjoy how they maneuver the game better. The US people aren't that strategic either.
No, God no. It's play the middle until you're at the end, and then everyone.
And I mean that's the strategy.
At the bottom, they're gonna have to switch it up. I'm sure that's the twists and turns. It's like there's going to be some sort of something. I don't know what, but something.
I mean, something. A finale party in Toronto. Yeah, I'm thinking so because Jessica said that she's coming to Toronto, and I was thinking like, why? And then Andrew, who we kind of know a little bit from season 6, said, I on Twitter, I was like, oh, a finale party or a final or whatever, like a viewing party. And he's like, maybe I can arrange something. So I'm not sure why Jessica from the US seasons is going to be in Toronto. I was assuming it was going to be for the finale, but she also said that should keep in touch and let me know what's going on. So I don't know if there's something happening. Maybe there is a big, like an after party, who knows? Or maybe it's something completely different that has nothing to do with Big Brother.
I mean, they do have their Niagara Falls party plan for I've been seeing that around.
I don't remember when, like the 5th or whatever.
After the finale.
I saw the poster for that.
Some of the house guests still in the house are on the poster. I'm like, I don't want to go.
Right? Or maybe they planned on going.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what's going on, but if there is one, we'll do our best to get on the list.
Yes.
So the big girl with glasses, whatever that they showed in the trailer for The Circle 4 is the one I saw somewhere before. I don't remember who that is.
Don't know. Do not know.
Why does Jojo always end up in the car whenever you go live with it?
My partner's getting up really early for a 12-hour day. And I said, you know what, honey, I'm going to run down to the car. We have no space. So I'm escaping the world to chat, and to love, and to chat about this episode of Big Brother.
I think we're avoiding it pretty much because I didn't particularly enjoy the outcome of it. It wasn't the way that I wanted things to go, unfortunately. What do you think, though, about the episode overall?
It made me cry.
I didn't think I was going to cry, and I did.
I didn't either, and even for Jacey, I was crying at first. I was like, oh, God, her identical twin mother. This is so sweet. They're so cute together. And then everyone's moms crying. Love Jillian, her fake ring. I was like, get her on season 11.
Everybody's
Stat.
saying it on Twitter. It's
Yeah,
like,
like
get her on the season.
get her on. Get Ian on. Ian spelled I-A-N?
I-A-I-A-I-N?
L-A-A-I-N? Whatever it
I don't
was.
remember.
Shock. The reveal of the episode. I'm like, oh my God, we've been spelling Ian wrong this entire time.
I know a few Ians that spells it like that. But it's very
Shocker.
Irish, I think.
Irish.
Irish. Now, before we get into this episode,
yes.
Do you think that Miss Arisa Cox's dress was the most hideous of the season?
I don't. And I was shocked because initially I paused, didn't even see like the green tip. And I was like, Ryan, come look at what she's wearing this week. And he was like, oh, I actually like it. I was like, oh God, are you serious? And then once I saw the fit, I was like, okay, it's not the worst she's worn this season, in my opinion.
Did you realize that the color blocking was with black ruffle?
Yes. Even with that, I thought she like the shape of her body was gorgeous. I still think she looked good. And by good, I mean...
But I mean, I don't agree with the shape of the body thing because, like, you had the first color blocking, like, cut in a weird spot so that it just looks like... It's just, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's certain places where you're supposed to cut it so that it gives you a nice shape. But this where it cut, like, too high or too... I can't remember now. Blocking it out of my mind.
Your existence. It's gone.
Like, this was hideous. Jojo.
I didn't mind it as much as normally I have an issue with what she's wearing. So
sorry,
yikes.
Sophie's hilarious.
What's
Jojo's my second favorite co-host of this stream, behind Fanta and before Michelle.
Oh, Michelle.
Oh,
I mean, I understand Fanta. Fanta's pretty kick-ass, but Michelle's better than I. Please.
Sophie, you haven't heard anything about the challenge CVS and Big Brother yet? I'm just like avoiding like spoilers, like landmines, like they're all over the place. I'm spoiled by a lot.
I know it all.
I don't know it all, but I know a lot. I know a lot. I know too much for a show that's not coming on for 2 months, and a show that I'm going to be covering.
Spoiled. How is it being spoiled like so easily? Like their spoilers are, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know who's feeding them info, but dang.
Yeah. There's one spoiler that I think is interesting. I don't know who it is. I don't think this is really telling anything, but they were angry because they didn't have a partner and they had to do like the overnight portion by themselves or something like that. I'm not sure. That's all I read or saw. Yeah. And that's terrible.
Someone was disqualified just before the finale.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Messy.
Dang.
Messy. Her dress was so ugly tonight. Yes, Sudani. Jojo wants to be wearing that. Are you gonna make like a doll of like Arisa wearing that outfit?
I wouldn't choose that one. No, not for Arisa. Something more beautiful.
Hated it. The color blocking matched the background. It was disgusting.
Yes. I loved all the bright
doors.
Colors.
Like if it was at least the doors and put like numbers on the top of each panel, like at least then I could be like, oh, it's very referential. But
yeah, a part of me was hoping that the door was going to open and JC was just going to walk right back in and be like, hi, hey, this week's a repeat. It's a live eviction tonight. Let's go.
That's fun.
I wish.
I wish too. So Natalie says Betty could have made a big move this week. Yes, she could have, but she was in her feelings.
She could have, but I do believe that if she says like getting out Jacey-Lynne was a good move, it's still, if she's in the final two, it was still a good move for her, in my opinion. Not ideal, obviously.
I don't actually think it was. I think that I think she needed to break up Kevin and Helena, and
100%.
Jacey-Lynne gave her entire game to Betty. She first pitched to Betty to try to stay off the block. Let's do this together. Put up Kevin and Helena. I'll stick with you and Josh. Like, let's do that. I think that she would have had a better chance of getting to the end because Kevin and Helena don't have any actual loyalty to anybody but themselves. And so if Betty has to go and out fourth, like, they'll easily do that. I think that she had a better shot at getting to the end and winning with Jacey-Lynne in the game.
But only if she's sitting in the final two can she own like, oh, well, I got Jacey-Lynne out. And they can all go, oh yeah, she was a Barbie compist. Oh yeah.
But then like with the fact that she put her up next to Josh, and then she's gonna learn that they're gonna all learn that about the crash test dummies. Yes. And so it'll look like she got played. So
yeah.
I don't know. Right now it's looking like Betty got played, I think.
Betty needs the veto. Betty needs the HOH final win.
She needs to
She
win
take
everything if she
Helena.
wants to come close to winning.
100%.
The only thing I know is that they're almost, I think they're already done filming.
They're done.
Because Tyson is back. I saw that he's back on News AF, so that's a good thing. Okay. So, what else happened with this episode?
Oh God, the feeds this week were a headache.
I didn't really watch them. Like I went back and watched clips, but I was like, okay, so today they are keeping her, and tomorrow, the next day they're not keeping her, and today they're keeping her. The next day they aren't keeping her. They showed a couple of those flip flops.
It was intense.
Yeah, not that fun to watch, especially with the way that it ended up landing.
Yeah. Yuck.
So Jacey-Lynne really needs Kevin and Helena to see that Josh will win the game, and I don't know what it is, why Kevin can't see that. Like, I don't know why Kevin right now is blinded by Josh and the fact that Josh says that, like, well, yeah, we're final two. Like, he doesn't see that him and Betty are gotten back closer together, closer than ever. Like, Josh hasn't even bothered campaigning to him anything, repromising anything. I'm just very shocked that I think this is a big miscalculation in Kevin's game. And I think Taryn said this morning, and I agree with them, that them flip-flopping back and forth looks bad upon them in their game when Jacey-Lynne goes and is like, they couldn't even make up their mind to keep me or not keep me. Like, they're not as good as whatever.
It was bad. It was bad. I think Josh is just incredibly charming and lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Lucky.
He was, to be honest, I really like Josh, but my least favorite player. I don't think he's played as well as everyone else.
And he hasn't played at all, to be honest.
Yeah, I was okay with him going this week, and now it's like, well, now there's one person I definitely don't want to win. Josh is 100% number 4 for me, and I was kind of okay with anyone winning if JC stayed.
Fair, I agree. And the other thing too, so Betty didn't realize that Kevin and Helena were so close.
Yeah, why doesn't anyone see that?
When she should have realized it, that it's always up to them two as to what they're going to do. Helena's always like, well, I don't know what Kevin's going to do. Like, if Kevin flips, I'm going to have to flip. Oh, like Kevin and Helena flipped on Marty. Oh, Josh saved Kevin and Helena. Like, why?
Or Kevin will say, like, I have to go talk to the big boss. And he's talking about Helena. It's like, he's saying that to these people. All of them. I have to go talk to the big boss. Well, it's like, yes, they're just flopping.
Yeah. Just flipping and flopping. Oh my gosh. So bad. It's so bad, especially when they flopped wrong. Sophie, BB Canada sounds boring this season. It hasn't been boring, actually.
No, not even the
only 1 week was kind of like meh. Most of them was quite good, I'd have to admit. If Josh wins head of household next, Kevin will feel really dumb. Yes, I need that to happen now. Sorry, Kevin. Like, I was rooting for you. If you were making this move, I was going to be riding with you to the end and really hoping for your win. But now I need for Betty and Josh to be final 2 just to screw you, because you made I think you made a bad move.
I mean, I ideally would like to see Helena win HOH, Betty win veto, evict Kevin, Betty wins final 3 HOH, evicts Josh. Just gorgeous. Would love it. Two females in final 2. Give me. I would love it.
Betty would probably win.
Yeah.
I think Betty would win. I mean, I enjoy Betty. I like her, but I don't think she's a good player. The fact that she doesn't have this read, and I know that anybody that gets the end and is able to get the votes, they deserve to win. But out of everybody that's been playing so hard, I wish that it would be representative of somebody that was playing hard for longer in the game. You know, like,
I mean,
she
out of the 4, though,
like,
there's only 3 people I can really root for, and I'm happy. Regardless, just depends
I'll be fine. I'll be fine if Betty wins. I just wish that somebody more strategic won the season.
Of course.
Somebody that like made better moves for themselves, finally winning some power and doing something that I didn't think was a smart move. I just like, it just won't feel as good as like Kevin, if he didn't make this mistake, would have felt really good to win the season, right?
100%.
Because like we've been on this ride with him and he's been doing so much good work. Even Helena, as much as like some of her wishy-washiness and her, but I don't think she can with her goodbye message to Jacey-Lynne. What happened
painful.
there? Didn't Kevin just tell you to like work on the people going into the jury and make sure that they like you and they're on your side?
Yeah,
maybe she recorded that beforehand because like
yikes. Bad.
So bad. I thought the first really nice moment that we saw this episode was when Josh was talking to Betty about how his mom was watching Kiefer last season and, you know, how Kiefer was supporting the Indigenous community and that he, like, everybody was really rallying behind him and was so proud of him. And so he started watching that season to support Kiefer. And then now he's also being able to be a representative of his, you know, his Indigenous group, nation, people. I thought it was really special. I like that.
I did too. And then only like what, 10 minutes later, we meet Josh's mom.
Oh, it's so true.
We'll get there.
We're almost there. So Kevin thinks Josh is best for his game. And that's because he thinks that Josh is going to do anything for him no matter what. And I'm just like, you lost the shimmer. Yeah. Like how he doesn't realize that he's been made.
Yeah, Kevin's public enemy number 1 going into Final Four.
And, you know, I think Josh said this is the only thing that I'm loyal to. Oh, no, Kevin was saying that to Helena, that Josh was saying that this is the only thing that I'm loyal to. And I'm like, wow. Unless he was saying that to Helena about them too, which I can also understand that as well. But the fact that he doesn't see that Josh is like, your ship has sailed with him and he can't recognize it. I wonder what the blind spot is. Why do you think he can't see this?
I honestly don't know. I think they worry about both. They worried about both Jacey-Lynne and Josh. But my issue was they always said Josh going out 6th or 5th was best for their game. And it was. I don't know if it was just an emotional, like, we'd rather lose to Josh than let Jacey-Lynne win. That's kind of what it comes down to, in my opinion. Sorry, but
I used to really love Josh. The only reason why it's the slander, it's all about game. I think that he's like a beautiful person, and I just think he's made terrible moves when he's had power. And I just don't think out of the people that are left that he deserves to win the game from his gameplay. As a human being, everybody deserves to win. But as a gamer, I thought that he made too many mistakes and he didn't play hard enough. He threw so many vetoes when he shouldn't have. I think he lucked out, like you said, on a lot of things going his way.
Yeah, he campaigned last night for the first time, truly in my eyes. And that was during Survivor, which really made me angry. So I'm like, listen, I'm trying to watch Survivor here and you're flipping a vote again.
Josh, unbothered icon, Betty and Josh final 2. Okay, I'll take that. Honestly, because of like even with I love Jacey-Lynne's final plea being like, you are letting these two get to stay together again. Like, I'm voting for them in the end. Like, I want to see that now. I want Kevin and Helena to realize that they made a big mistake, and so I want to see that. I would be very happy to see that. And if Josh wins, I will be happy with that win, but because of these circumstances. But
I still want Betty to beat Josh.
I don't think she will, though. I don't think she will, because Kevin and Helena will probably beat Josh, or would probably vote Josh. Probably. And Josh might not have, though. It's hard to speculate, but how bad would it be if anybody takes Kevin to the end and loses? I don't think anybody's taking Kevin to the end other than Helena at this point.
I mean, he's no Tiffany. Let's be real.
He has a pretty good miss, though, because like he's been on the block a lot, and getting off that block, like, and people aren't threatened by him. It's that's impressive.
Yeah.
But I wish that he used his power for more. You know, I want to see him making active moves in the game, not just like having great conversations with Betty and like, you know, there's just so much promise in him and he never really delivered as a game player.
Yes.
I am so sorry that I'm coming across as a Josh stan. You can be a Josh stan. That's totally fine. I just find him attractive. He's very attractive. Never said he wasn't attractive.
Yeah.
He's so handsome. So I've always been a Josh and Summer supporter. Absolutely. Summer, like, is just another person that I like them. I think that they're fun. I think that they're entertaining. But as a person that really respects and enjoys Big Brother for the gameplay and strategy, those two don't deliver that for me. So that's the only reason why I don't like support them fully, just because I want to see game players really be rewarded by, you know, using strategy to get to the end and win, because they would play a game more similar to me, and I would hope that I would be able to get to the end and win. And you know, that's what I prefer to support personally. But I think they're all great people. God, Betty and Josh have survived so much. I don't think that they played the best game, but they are just entertaining. Absolutely. 100% agree. Josh doesn't put in enough work, yes, to campaign for himself while on the blog, and that's his biggest game flaw. Yes, exactly. And that's why I can't be supporting him this week. We're seeing Jacey-Lynne try and make some headway, and like, it pisses me off that she made some headway with some good points, and Kevin takes that as like, am I being manipulated by Jacey-Lynne? Well, no, you're not.
Babe,
she's giving you good
listen
points.
to her. She's been like, from what we've seen anyway, she's been pretty honest with her gameplay, which she's dangerous. Don't get me wrong. I think she beats everyone at the end if she made it, 100%. But, you know, like, Betty doesn't like her that much. Betty wins Final Four veto. Betty takes out Jacey-Lynne. You're still Final 3 with Helena. So I think it was a bad move. It's 2 versus 2 now. Officially.
And that's not necessarily a good position to be
in. Not when you just have to win to survive.
Ooh, Josh is probably the only gay guy that I found attractive on Big Brother Canada. I mean, in like pardon?
The only gay that he's found attractive on Big Brother Canada.
I'm just trying to think of all the gay men that have gone.
Mitchell was really cute. Gary's cute.
Oh, Mitch,
Kenny.
like Mitch Muffin. Kenny, I guess, Kenny was handsome.
William.
Not my vibe. I told you that I met William at my friend's wedding.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that. Season 2, Kenny. Season 3. Who's season 3's gay? Oh, Jordan wasn't gay. No.
I don't remember season 4.
Did season 4 even happen?
Sarah-ish, maybe.
Oh, Tim is gay.
As a woman. Tim, well, now I don't know if it was then.
Yeah. I would have been like, hey, Tim, want to go have an international nap?
Let's go play with those gummy bears.
Yeah, I'll get gummy for you, Timmy.
I have my gummy bear at the back of my throat.
Oh, girl. Who are any other cute gays?
I mean, female-wise, Erica.
Oh, Sarah. Erica's gorgeous.
I wasn't a fan of, but what's his name? In season 6, glasses, the magic person. Our friend Nick.
Oh,
Johnny. I think it was Johnny.
Remember when he broke his leg?
No.
He like showed up finale. He's like, I'm broken, and he had the cast on. I'm like, oh my God.
I did not remember that. I did not.
I was like, you can wear shorts and a blazer. That's so embarrassing.
Oh no, I don't remember that.
Yeah,
hilarious.
It's bad.
Season 7, I don't remember.
Oh my God. Oh, I hated season 7.
It wasn't the Asian man from Montreal. I don't remember.
They probably evicted him early, right? Yeah, exactly.
And
season 7, hated it.
Season 8 doesn't matter really.
No.
Carol.
Yeah, Carol. Get out of here, Carol. Season 9. Who are our gays? Season 9.
Brayden.
Oh, I love Brayden.
Brayden's cute, but I mean, I guess maybe for a straight woman, I'm assuming, is attracted to. So maybe. Yeah. Josh hits that spot for me too.
Oh yeah, Josh is. Ooh.
There is Gummy Bear Kids song. You can watch it on YouTube. I think I know what actually. I'll think about it through the rest of this podcast. And I feel like Oh, it's gumdrops. Did you ever sing "If all of the raindrops were lemon drops and gumdrops, so what a world
it would be. Yeah, okay, I
I
got
would
it.
stand outside with my mouth open wide, singing
Gummy
oh, what a world it could
bears.
be."
Gino, poor Gino. Eddie.
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 Oh, Eddie was the agent
Oh, okay.
man in season
7?
7. Thank you, I am. Go, you go. Is
Is
Josh
Josh
gay?
gay?
Yes. Hi, Anna.
Big
Yes,
gay.
he is. He does have a boyfriend in West Coast Canada. I forget where he's from. You didn't know. I mean, yeah, he doesn't read gay, I guess. But yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
he reads gay.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has his boyfriend. He talks about it over the feeds. Yeah, all the time. Yeah, he definitely. I
Daniel.
didn't. He was gay before the season, or I wasn't sure, and then obviously we found out pretty much immediately when the feed
when
started.
he kissed him in his intro. He kissed
Right.
Daniel. Yeah. Sweet.
True.
Daniel's cute too.
So Josh, though, so speaking about him, wants to downplay his resume, being that he won head of household and that he has and he's made many enemies. And yes, that's true. But do you think that he's able to downplay his resume? Like, how bad do you think that people will not vote against him?
Well, now that it's revealed that he had a secret alliance with Helena and Kevin, I think he'll get a couple of extra bonus points from some folks, even though like they brought him in. It was very much like a convenience thing for the three of them. I don't necessarily think that he's some sort of genius, but I think that might be painted a little bit. I honestly think it's going to depend on who is evicted at Final Four. If Betty is evicted by Josh, you better believe Josh is not winning the game. In my opinion, it's not going to happen.
I don't think he'll do that.
If Kevin's evicted, he's really going to push for a Helena win and like try and butter up the jury. If Josh is evicted, Betty or Helena, in my opinion, will be really shown well. And I don't see Helena going home. So who knows, though? That'd be excellent. If she did, she'd be pushing for one of the boys.
There's actually no way that Helena goes home next week.
No.
Because let me think. So if, say, Kevin wins the head of household.
Yeah. Oh, Betty wins HOH, evicts Helena over Josh.
Veto. Right. Okay. So it's only if Kevin wins and Betty or Josh win the veto.
Yeah.
So it's actually not great for Kevin to win head of household. He probably wants to win. Save
both.
Yourself.
Yeah.
But if he's trying to save Helena, it's not the greatest for each of them to win for each other's longevity.
I mean, a big part of me wants Helena just to win HOH so that she makes Final 3 without being nominated. Like, that's pretty impressive.
I don't want that. I know,
that. I get it. But I'm like, go for it. Like, if that's going to be part of her resume, like, that's pretty hard to do.
It is very, very hard to do.
Everyone was put on the block, like, up until week 6, I think, was like her and Summer were the last two, and that was pretty impressive.
So Edna says, I haven't been able to watch the feeds much this year outside of Twitter clips. Have been relying on updates and a lot of feed stuff. I mean, it's a big commitment to watch the feeds.
It is.
I'm so happy though. Lily has been uploading like pretty much all the feeds onto YouTube.
Oh,
so it's just so much better than having to go back. Like even though I'm in Canada, like and find like the spots on and watch on my computer. I love being able to watch it on my TV.
I'm able to watch it on my phone, so I just put it up in the corner and then I do other things. I have a headphone in, so I know when it's like paused. I'm waiting patiently. But okay, it's back.
So, what I find is so good about this, so it's like when I'm watching on TV, and then I can fast forward when it pauses and stuff like that. And so,
that's smart.
I mean, I'm just really happy that she's been doing that. So it's been really useful because I feel like, and she does it in like a couple hour blocks, so I can watch like feeds 1 and 2 at 9:30 till 11:30 a.m. and like you can just watch that block. And so it's just I think she's doing a good job with how she's uploading it, and it's very useful when I'm doing any updates because I can just watch on my TV. I hate watching feeds on my computer. It's just not the same.
Well, fair.
Just not the same.
Yep.
I pray Josh has learned his lesson about these two. I mean, he says he has, but I don't know.
We'll see.
Helena's best chance of winning is actually to send Kevin to jury. No one knows her story. That is true. Kevin might. I can see Kevin going out here. Right?
Yeah, if Kevin goes out, he's obviously
deserves
going to
it.
he's going to be Helena's #1 fan, and if
Mhm.
she wins her way to final 2,
He'll
that
force it.
he could really do some damage for her, in my opinion. But we don't know.
Lily Stefani, yes, exactly. Her channel is really great. She only really posts clips. I don't know how she has the time, or it's not monetized. She says her channel, so I'm like, I don't know why she does it, but I'm very grateful.
Thank you, Lily.
Are you going to cover RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars? I don't
Ooh,
know. I haven't even
I don't
looked
know
at the
either.
cast list yet. I was going to do like a live reveal of the cast, like the cast thing. But
All winners.
have you seen the preview yet?
Yeah.
Is it good? Like, is it?
Yeah, I mean it's all winners, and
I don't like the All Stars format though.
yeah, I think this one's completely different though. This format is, I don't know if I want to spoil it for you, but it's a completely different format than we've ever seen on All Stars, which is kind of fun. So it's very interesting. I won't spoil it for you, but it's cool.
Okay. If Kevin does not go to jury, Helena won't win. Yeah, I could agree with that.
I did watch some of the uncensored jury clips, and they were like, the boys were speaking pretty highly about Helena. I think after a couple of days and everyone talking, they were like, no, like
I
her
think
game
though
has
that
been.
Jacey-Lynne coming in there being like, Helena
Oh
is
yeah,
so wishy-washy.
Yeah.
Like, I think she could just like completely torpedo Helena's game, especially with Jacey-Lynne saying all the points that she made to her, and like the fact that they wanted like the 3 women to stay together, but like that didn't, like Betty wanted to have a woman win, but then she's going to evict a woman on her head of household. Like it's just kind of like, I could see Jacey-Lynne coming out in that position, not really being that plussed about Helena's game, and I can see her view really tanking her chances if Kevin's not there.
Yeah,
because she still has respect for Kevin, it seems, right? And Kevin's goodbye message I thought was excellent.
Totally.
So if Jojo is an Uber driver, he'll be making a lot of money right now. You should be, Jojo.
Just zipping around. I wouldn't be able to pay attention. I'd be driving over folks on the road.
No.
Can't happen.
So no matter what, Kev has played a great game. It's true. The only man in there to not be totally blinded by the racism and sexism.
I mean, I think he's played into a lot of it though too.
Yeah, I think he's allowed people he didn't stand up for anybody necessarily or stopped anything. He kind of used it to his advantage. So I don't know if that's great, but it's kind of hard when these things come up when you're playing a game, right?
Yeah. Totally.
So it's kind of hard to judge somebody on their actions when all they want to do is play a game and they don't want to necessarily point out anything unsavory.
Yeah. Like I'm sure we've all seen Survivor last night. So Lord.
Oh my gosh. Survivor last night. I thought it was amazing.
It was incredible.
And then I decided to torture myself and go into Facebook and go to Survivor 42 Facebook. And the people that live in there, I can't even believe that they exist on this planet. I can't even believe it. Jojo future RuPaul's Drag Race confirmed. Would you do it ever?
Oh, if I was a strong enough drag queen, yeah. But
I mean, there's people that I think you'd be stronger than.
Oh, okay, I'll take it. I mean, I just have to,
learn. I think you could do it. You'd be better than Lemon.
Well, I think Lemon's amazing. Before, yes,
like first season. Jacey and Summer hate. Yeah, they're not gonna like her. Benefited from it for sure. Yeah, so it's just not sure if he's gonna be. Was submitted by the racism. Let's not do too much. Yeah, I mean, I think that if he saw anything, he allowed it to happen, and that's a lot of places, like positions that a lot of people are in. It's like, I don't want to necessarily say anything because, like, I don't want it to become about something, and like, who am I to reprimand? And if they're in the real world, I wouldn't be surprised if people took different stances. But they're playing a game, so it gets very difficult to call things out. So I'm going to give everybody a pass for how they've dealt with certain situations because it was under the guise of a game, and it's really hard to navigate those type of social situations within a game. Like everything that you do is going to be considered wrong to somebody. So someone's always going to have an opinion.
You better believe it.
Didn't he ask Josh if you've ever been to jail? Oh, I heard that. I never saw that.
Yikes. Yeah, that was all
a lot of
awkward.
a microaggression, absolutely. But I never saw him say that. So,
It
but
was
that's
yikes.
not great at all. Obviously, I like season 1 of The Circle, and more than season 2 and 3. Yeah, it's because I think it's because in the beginning they didn't realize what the show is about, and now they're trying to make it more of what they think is good about it, and I don't think they know. Okay, so but he handled Betty flip-flopping on him very well. I give him credit for that.
I mean, yeah, but we could also say like Josh should have spoken to Betty right away, not given her 24 hours to even nominate him. So no, I don't think Josh played with Betty well until they kissed and made up, and they didn't win the veto. All they had to do was win the veto, put Kevin up. Kevin was gone, and they couldn't do it. Helena once again did not use the veto for the second time this season, and it worked in her favor. So we'll stay mad.
I mean, I didn't think he handled. I thought we were talking about Kevin there, but we're talking about Josh. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that. I think he should have not been on the block. If I say I did that to you, I would have been on you like immediately,
telling me
apologizing,
right away. Yes.
sorry, I'm apologizing, like I didn't mean, like I'm so sorry, like this
I
is what
thought you
happened,
would
this
be
is why I
safe
would do it. I would
100%. Yes.
laid my entire game out in front of you
Yeah.
and be like, I didn't mean to do that. Like this is what's going on. I've been working with them this whole time. I
Expose
felt
your
indebted
alliance.
to them.
Yes. All of that. 100%. He did not do that, and that's what he needed to do to really solidify his game and go, listen,
He should
you and
not have been on
me,
the block.
yeah, you and me, we got this. We have 3 other people. Someone comes off. The only thing that would be crappy is if what happened, what ended up happening is a non-nominee winning veto, and keeping it the same.
Exactly. So I don't think he handled it well, for sure, if we're talking about Josh.
No.
So Anna wants to know, is Survivor going racist? Oh no, have you not watched last night's episode yet?
Oh, Anna.
You need to watch that.
Yeah.
Someone on Twitter said Arisa's dress looked like a Pokemon ball. LOL. I think it looks like, I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's a very old school game called Simon Says. And so it's like, or Pocket Repeat is a similar game. And so basically it has like 4 colors. So it's like, I don't know, red, orange, green, yellow. And it's like, it goes like, ba-ba, ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba. Like it just keeps on adding a color and a sound, and you have to try to like remember all the sounds going back. And so that's what it reminded me of, is like bo 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 bo, and like you try to see how long you could do it. You never played that?
No, but I want to play it now.
It's great for like, you just like see how long you can get the chain and remembering the whole order of like the colors and sounds. So the usual, the old version is called Simon Says, and then they had a new one. It was called, that I had later, was called a Pocket Repeat. And so it's just like a tiny little square that had like, that you could take in your pocket, like, and so you could play it instead of like the big like pop that looks like a record player.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's what it reminded me of, but clearly I'm the only one that knows what that is. So never mind.
I love it.
Watch out with Elon Musk owning Twitter. Who knows how that affects everything? I don't think it'll affect anything.
I hope not.
He asked Josh about jail. Okay, I'm gonna shut up since I didn't watch the feeds. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see that personally, but definitely not good.
Yeah, it's all.
Oh, and it did mean Kevin.
Oh, sorry, Anna.
So we'll handle Betty flip-flopping. For the fact that Betty has not put him up on the block is impressive.
Yeah,
for sure.
Especially because she's clocked him since like week 1 or 2. She's known that Kevin was definitely playing harder than he let on. Yeah.
So does Netflix challenge type show have a name yet? Because it sounds like a copycat of Big Brother and The Challenge and The Circle in different ways. I haven't heard any more movement from that.
I don't know either.
New game.
Oh, yes.
Just is based on. Oh, okay.
That's what I thought.
I've not seen any of that stuff, but I think that the little
very like black lines, like color blocking.
Hi, Adrian. We all got 1 person left on each team of the draft. So exciting. Okay, so
I love that.
Thinking about that. So Michelle has Betty. That's a good person to have. I have Kevin. You have Helena, and the audience has Josh. That's fabulous.
Yeah,
that's fabulous. Thank you for reminding me, Adrian. So isn't The Bachelorette starting soon? Oh my god, probably like in a month, probably. What does the viewer get if they win this
Ooh.
draft? What do you guys want? Well, I'll make a poll maybe. I
like
don't
that.
know.
Make a poll. Okay, they win a poll.
You get first.
You
You get to pick the order next draft.
Yeah, you guys can go first if you want.
So let's get back through this episode, even though we're kind of covering everything just out of order, which is fine.
Yep.
I was curious also about the 60 on the door. It matched up with the day 60, and then absolutely nothing happened with that. Is it going to get to 0 and then something happens? It's 60 hours, correct? So maybe...
yeah, I thought tonight would be what? Today's day 63 or 2?
2, 3, I think.
So I think tonight when feeds were off, it went to 0.
So maybe it has something to do with the head of household competition.
Oh, I hope it's a twist and Betty gets to play.
Oh, wow.
I would be so happy.
But no, she can't play. Like, she had to realize that Final 5 head of house was like the worst one to win.
It's truly the worst. It really
worst one. So nothing happened, but hopefully now that it's at 0, maybe something happened. Do we know if the feeds are back up? Do we have any news if the head of household competition has started or finished?
I'm scared to know. Are the feeds up? Someone help us. Quick, chat. Hurry.
So Betty thinks that Kevin is an extremely shady player, and that's why I can't respect Betty's game, is that she thinks it's slimy, she thinks it's snaky, and I'm like, he actually hasn't done anything that I think has been out of that's been out of line, right?
No, God,
like both of them have been playing for themselves. Yeah. And I think Helena may have come across a little bit, in my opinion, slimier for the fact that she promises a lot more than Kevin promises. She kind of is like, yes, we're final 2. Yes, we're doing it. Like she agrees to a lot of things and then completely goes back on it. Yep. But Kevin doesn't fully agree on that many things. Like, yes, he promised a vote to keep Gino, but he didn't. But votes, I can get, but I'm okay with votes, because just because you say that you're going to vote one way doesn't mean that you're locked into that. Yep. But the fact that she thinks that Kevin's a slimy player, that just means that she's not a good player. She doesn't get it. She doesn't get how to play the game. And that kind of bothers me too with a winner.
I was watching her on a live feed and she was talking about how she thinks he's a monster because he straight up told her the other night that Josh was going home. Like, they think they're going to flip to Josh. He needs to talk to Helena. I just want to refer to them as Kevlina. That's their name.
Not Heaven, like the name that I came up with on Kevlina, the fly.
Though I do like Heaven. Kevlina, like they've decided Josh was going, and Betty had a effing meltdown in the HOH.
And that's all like, her problem though, because she did not do the right thing.
And then she was practicing, like, what am I going to say to them tomorrow? Like, this is it out loud. I just love Betty, and I think I might be blinded, obviously. I think she's a good player, but I don't think she's the best that we've ever seen or the best of the season. This is another problem with CFP. I don't want to see Marty just sweep this, so we have to do something. Oh my God,
he might sweep
He's going to. His town will,
unless Josh's town's, like, his community gets together.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
That would be the only other huge group of people that would come together for one particular person. Everybody else is going to be spread out. I don't think that they'll give it to Summer. Who else would I want to win this prize? They might give it to maybe Jacey-Lynne, thinking that she kind of got robbed here. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if she has that much support though. Well, it seems like she had a lot of support on Facebook. But those were like Gino, Jacey-Lynne stans. So I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Okay, keep on thinking about it. No, I'm just thinking about, like, who's going to win that. I can't have Marty win that. I can't have him think that he is a good person and a good player and most likable in Canada and deserves $10,000. Like, I just don't want that to be what happens.
We'll see, like, once everyone gets home and watches the show and hears from their families how they feel about Mr. Marty.
He's not going to even look.
No. Oh, he won't look, no. But they will.
So Maddie thinks that Kevin is the most manipulative person that she's ever met. I'm like, have you never played like any game where you had to lie? Like
No, I guess
Secret
not.
H or like Werewolf or like any of these like social strategy games. Like,
I guess not.
So like, you ever played Two Truths and a Lie? Even like,
Yeah,
come
come on,
on.
Betty. Get a couple lies in there. Because she was lying to them like quite a bit the last couple of days. So the DRs felt very prompted to me tonight.
Maybe.
Very much like, I'm after this person now because of this.
I
Wink,
have to say
wink.
though, I love
Hold.
the evil villain music that they were playing when they were talking
Yeah.
about Kevin, and it's just like dun, 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 dun. I'm like, oh my god, like evil Kevin.
Yeah.
But they do say, is he even married? And I was like, that's true. He definitely did lie about that. Definitely did lie about that. So they're talking about, are we going to flip flop for the next 22 hours or 72 hours? And they did do that.
Yep.
They did. But they were like, let's stay loyal. Let's keep Josh. And they shook on him. This was like a week ago now. Not a week, like Monday, I think it was. And so I thought it was a really sweet moment when Helena was like, I'm going to tie, I don't remember that name of the string, but the string around his wrist, because like he's her brother for life. It shows like hope, support, all these really beautiful words that she has for Kevin. And Kevin says the same for her. And I love you. I love you. And so I do also really am happy with that bond that they found in each other, and they found at least safety in each other. And if anything, like they were always loyal to each other for the most part. And when you have that, I think that also carries into the jury when they're like, I was never going to be turning on him. And I'm sorry that you guys were casualties in our game, but like he was my ride or die since day 2 and I had to stick with him. So go ahead.
They are like a really impressive duo in my opinion. I think they're really good players. I like the Ghosts as a strategic duo. I think they've worked well together. I think they've strategized well. And I think they're both good game players. So good on them.
Good on them. Summer will be winning, you think? Moose and Herman have already won money. What money did Herman win? Was it in the first head of household?
Yeah.
Moose won $1,000. Someone else
Betty
just won something.
Betty won $1,000. Yeah, she did the other day.
Kevin won $500 with that twist that never went anywhere.
Yeah, what the heck? It just stopped happening.
Just like week 1. Yeah, the Ghosts are definitely a great duo to play on BB Can, except for this move might have screwed it up for them, but we'll see. Herman 5K for winning the winners. Ooh. Oh, the winners veto. Yes. 5K. Ooh. That's good. That's a good amount of money. 1,000. Nice. I could spend 1,000 like just by putting it into my bank account. And just like,
bills bye.
Just like gone. Just like everything. Just like it's just like if you ever put like like vultures just come in like just like take the money right out of there.
Yep.
But I'd like to have it still. Herman won money in the veto comp. Yes. Thank you, Adrian. What else happened this episode?
The family visits.
Is that here yet? JCL and Kevin have the chat. I love this conversation. I wish they showed a little bit more of it because like she was good, really good about being like, they keep on evading the block. People are keep on voting to keep unanimously or close to. Like he is going to win this game. Like, and she was just like laying out the truth. These are good points. And so he's seeing these
really
good points and thinking that it's manipulative, but like they're actual good points.
Yeah.
That's why you're being swayed by them, because it's true.
It's definitely true, but I can also understand like that could be a game winning move for Jacey, even though I'm sure she would have won anyway if she made final 2. Mm-hmm. That's a game winning move to save yourself with that pitch. So I do think like maybe they went back
taking away that.
Taking away that, but at the same time, like
Josh evading eviction again. Not good. Maybe though. Okay, let me think about this. What if it's because they've been so shady to everybody that maybe they didn't want to also be shady to Josh so that it will redeem their credibility, because now they've been in an alliance this whole time and they stayed true to each other. It might mitigate the amount of butthurtness because he was staying true to his alliance.
It doesn't matter if they're both in the final 2 though. And they had it set up so that they could really go to final 3 with
I'm
either.
trying.
I know. It's like we look back at, I think a really good example is All Stars season 7, when Erica and Janelle got together and realized like, oh, we were both told that we were Chill Town. We've been played. Let's play this together. Janelle evicted Will.
Yeah.
Boogie won the final and brought Erica. So that was like,
I hated that beginning of that when she took her head off the key. That was that one, right? By accident.
Yeah. Painful. So we see like what can happen when a strong duo hits final 4 and are caught. They were hitting final 4 with 2 final 3s. And I'm sure Betty and Jacey-Lynne would have spoken, but the dislike between Betty and Jacey-Lynne is so strong that maybe they wouldn't have, like come together like Allison and June did and said like, let's just get to the end together. Let's do this. So they were pretty set with the final 3 either way.
So Anna says that Helena and Kevin have been in a good situation surrounded by idiots. Jess, Marty, Chino, Moose, Summer. I mean, they definitely aren't the best game players. Absolutely. Yeah. Once they got out Herman, it was done. I agree. It was done. Herman really was the only person that was going to give a good fight for them to want to also win the game. And I thought that would have been really fun and interesting and made things challenging for them. For sure. We do go to the hot tub area and we learn that there's oh my God, Muskoka Spirits. Have you tried them yet?
No.
Me neither. I don't know if it's like a soda water thing or if it's a cider or
it's
what
probably
it
a spritzer.
Well, yeah, it's a spirit. It's probably hard alcohol with like sodas. It's probably like vodka sodas with flavor.
Probably.
That was like what was in for a little bit, like social and like white claw,
Not for me.
I'm not a fan. I know that it's super popular right now, but like I don't like watery flavored drinks.
The social ones are so bad. I tried one on a flight once and was like, can I give this to you? I don't even want it in front of me. Thank you. Thank you.
I've used them before as like my soda water. I'll be like, okay, I need some soda, so I'll just use this. But they're terrible.
Just painful.
So they do a little cheers. Helena and somebody else said something nice. I didn't write it down. Top 5, baby.
Yeah.
So then Jacey-Lynne is called to the diary room for your favorite segment. And her mom they say go to the phone room and her mom is in there. Her name is Chantele.
I didn't realize.
Spelled with an S, so it's Chantele.
I love it.
Which I thought was hilarious because like I don't think I've ever seen it spelled that way, and I just would never have pictured her mom having that name.
Yeah, I love that. And her sister too is like Anna, like
a long name like hers. Like
like Gina Elise or something strange.
Jenna Elise.
I don't know. Whatever it was. I'm like Jacey-Lynne, Jenna Elise. Like, okay, cool.
And like you got such a pretty name, Chantele, and you're giving your daughters these long ass names. Yeah. I wonder how she'll feel about being called like JCPenney and Burlington Coat Factory.
I mean, I wish her name was Burlington Throat Factory. I think that's funnier.
Throat?
Yes.
Wow.
I think that would have been funnier.
I know. I get the joke, Factory. But like they're just making fun of her name like JCP, like JCPenney. Jacey-Lynne. Anyways.
Love it. She's gonna love it. I hope.
I think she will too. Actually, Sedani, you know her kind of. Do you think that she's gonna like her nicknames? JCPenney. I love that her mom was saying fight till the end. And I was hoping that was gonna resurge her into like making another pitch, like figuring another angle, like doing something. I was hoping that was gonna get the fire underneath her. But I thought Jillian, because Kevin goes next, it was so cute. She like had like a fake ring. She's like, I got a ring to put on. Like, what does she need to put a ring on her finger for? I mean, she didn't know if other people were gonna see her or not. Yes. So like make sure
I think that's what it was. She's got a brain too. I was like, good for Jillian coming in with a strategy, like to see her man.
He was getting like all teary-eyed and like
I was full on crying.
That real. Not crying yet for me.
Oh, I was crying with Jacey-Lynne and her mom. I was like, this is actually really nice. Like, I'm happy
It
for
was nice,
everyone.
but I didn't cry for them
Oh,
too. I thought I do think that they're a good match, and she's so cute, and I'm so happy that they're so in love. So I thought that was quite sweet.
yeah.
I enjoyed the duo, but where I did cry though was Helena and her
Oh my
mom,
God.
because like there's something about Helena that I think, and I think probably the reason why she's not great at making decisions is that she puts a lot of pressure on herself to achieve well and do well.
Yep.
And I think that when she kind of learned that her mom was proud of her, and like she just like there's a little bit of confidence that she kind of got, and like her mom
Yeah.
said something like, "I didn't think that you'd get this far, but we're so proud of you." And she's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you didn't?" And she's like,
Yeah.
"Well,
It's like
yeah."
that's such a thing for you to say, mom. Like
But
that is what
like
you would say to me.
she did make her proud, and she
Yeah.
is making her proud, and there was just something about that moment that touched me. So that's where I
Yeah.
first got teary-eyed, and I'm getting a little bit teary-eyed now.
Oh, I
Just
know, I hear ya.
saying.
Yes. Also, I
Next,
loved her top. I loved Helena's top. It was really flashy, like booby, but I love the color. That
what,
green.
I don't remember her
Remember, like
top.
it was like a green blouse.
No, the only one I'm remembering is it looks kind of like Versace, or like it had like kind of many
Oh yeah,
colors with
what
like,
she wore tonight. Yep.
I don't know which day it was which, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I remember. I don't remember what she
She
wore
had a
to that
great
thing.
green top. It was beautiful.
A great green top. I wonder
Yeah.
if it's
Ooh.
all from Winners, because she was also yesterday wearing that like
Oh.
pleather jacket when she's talking to Kevin Martin. I was
Yeah,
like,
but that's such like a hot look right now. Everyone wants to look like they're in 1998. Like everyone's
fine,
trying to be 98.
but like that whole fit
That's
wasn't the
in.
fit.
That's
But
what's
how they
in.
did it wasn't cute. I
No,
mean,
I hear you.
if she was wearing different type of jeans, maybe some like chunky like flats, like I don't know what to, like some combat, but not combat Doc Martens with like a thick
Yeah.
sole, with
Okay.
like some like wide leg jeans and like a crop top with that leather jacket.
Yeah, crop top would have made
Fine.
it work. Okay. Yeah.
But it just didn't work for me with Helena's style that I've seen her. I can see maybe Melina wearing
Ooh,
that look better,
that beauty.
right?
Gorgeous.
So I just didn't think it suited Helena's style. Just saying. Who was next? Oh, Ian.
Oh,
I thought it was sweet. Ian makes coffee with Betty on Mondays, and they have
yeah.
dinner together. I thought that was sweet. Um, we had seen Ian before though, so when she went head of household, we did just get
Right.
a flash of
Photo.
him, a pan of him in the photo, so
Yeah.
I knew what he looked like. Um, I still can't picture them like banging. You know what I mean?
Now I am, and now I see it. And he was like, he's like, I love watching the most beautiful woman I've ever met. Like,
That's
I'm
sweet.
like, oh yes,
Very sweet. I just can't
yeah,
picture
really
them
cute. Bang
banging.
it, bang it.
Banging.
He's got a great personality though. On Twitter, he is so funny.
Jacey-Lynne
Like,
was convincing. Where was
comes
this
for
all
Liza's throat.
season? Sorry, what?
I love that. Like, he's been coming for Liza's throat on
Oh,
Twitter.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
like
that.
she deserves it. I can't stand that woman. I
I know
really
you don't like
can't.
her. Well,
God.
is she coming for Betty? Is that why?
Yes, hard. Like every day, every episode has something to say about Betty. And it's like, okay, you were evicted what, week like 4 or 5? Relax.
Like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
So like
calm down.
nobody actually cares. Yes, Jacey-Lynne was convincing. I
She
think
was.
where it was in Gino's bed. And I think
Yeah.
that it actually, the fact that she was always looking for his approval with the decisions that she made, I think is why she didn't play a better game, because it would have been better for her, no matter what, to have used that veto.
Yeah.
Like it was a secret veto, and I think she should have taken that opportunity. And even though they kind of decided that that wasn't going to be a good thing, like if they had that, if she stood up and she uses the veto, like he would know to follow suit, get Marty out. They would have had the support of so many people in the house.
Yep.
Like, I think that that was probably her biggest mistake, that she wasn't playing her own game for the most part. She was playing for her and Gino. And I think that is why we didn't see
Yeah.
what was going on.
I mean, but like if they didn't flip yet again, JC would have been in a real good spot in the final four. So I don't want to say like everything happens for a reason, because that's such a lame thing to say. But Gina going out when he did, her like picking up her big girl panties and like really starting to play the game, that's an issue that she just started now. But like could have been a okay winner by the end of this.
But
Didn't
also, though,
happen,
I was
so
annoyed by the veto competition yesterday that they had that puzzle piece that was out of her eye line. And so it just seemed as though production didn't want her to win because
yeah.
like I don't know if her time would have been better than Helena's because she didn't seem to be hustling. But like we also don't know how long she looked for that piece. Like it could have been
Yeah.
a 15-minute checking everywhere for that piece. And it's not everybody thinks to look up and on top of like a building that's
No.
not in your eye line. So
No.
I thought it was a little bit sabotage, and the people that were taller seemed to find it faster. It
Yeah.
just
You better
seems to
believe
be
if I'm ever on that show, I'm gonna be
yeah.
like looking at everything underneath, on top, filling my eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
Frig.
So we see Josh, Josh's mom Tina, and Josh is crying, of course, and he runs up to the window to see her, and then she's like, "Go on the phone, go on the
Tina.
phone." And I thought it was a very sweet their moment that they had together,
It
and it
was.
made me like be like, "Okay, Josh, I still like
I
you.
do too.
I
I like
still like
Josh.
you,
There's
Josh."
nothing not to like about Josh. Josh is lovely. I just don't want him to win.
Oh, he's so cute though.
But
And I was just
he is so
like,
cute.
he's so sweet with his mom. And apparently they talk every day. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, I thought that was a really sweet moment. And it made me very much endeared again to Josh. So I guess that's what happens with the house guests. They see Josh and his puppy dog eyes or
Yeah.
this chocolate chip, chocolate chip, blah, 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 that he was calling himself.
Mm.
Like they can't get enough.
I mean,
So
him and Betty did have a really interesting discussion the other day, and she asked him like, "Do people fall in love with you really fast?" And he said yes. Like everyone that he's close with, friendships, like strangers, they fall for him quick. So there's just
aw.
something about some people, and I think that really has helped him in this game.
So the thing though that made me cry with Josh and Tina was she's like, "We're all supporting you. We made Team Josh
Team
t-shirts." I
Josh.
was like, that is the sweetest thing.
Yeah.
And I was definitely endeared to that. Oh, and then when she decides to remind him about the teaching of the fox, I was like,
Yes. That was
when she
cool.
said that, I was like, I wonder if this is gonna mean because he's going to rein it in and win this game. I'm just what I just see hearing her get those kind of words of wisdom from his mom and then from like animal wisdom and animal healings and stuff like that. I thought it was interesting that he got that insight from her and he seemed to be like, oh, reminded of something. And
Yeah.
so I'm just wondering if it's going to be what helps him navigate his way to the end. So I'm interested in seeing if that unfolds in a certain way. So that was kind of
Yeah.
cool.
Oh.
Kind of cool. So Summer and Moose, Summer and Marty surprised Gino. He was doing, I think, his exit interview maybe with Arisa, I'm not sure. And so they couldn't believe that was them two that followed him out of the triple. And then it's Herman's birthday. And so him and
Yes.
Moose are kind of setting things up. And then they all come in. So Gino comes in first and tells them about like the gummy bear thing. And they're all just like, what? A gummy bear? Like so pissed off.
And love
And
that
then
Betty won veto. They were very excited for Betty to win something, finally.
definitely. And then also right after that, we see Marty and Summer coming down the stairs and to join them, and they're like, gummy bears, gummy bear. So they come in and they show them the video of how things went down. I love the energy and enthusiasm and the shockedness of Moose and Herman. Like they were so animated and they were so in it. I don't know if they were playing it up or not, but like for me, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed to see that level of like wanting to know what's going on in the game and
Of
really
course.
being affected by it. I thought it was really fun. But one thing I didn't like, and tell me if you caught this,
What?
was because I forget who was saying it. I think maybe, oh no, it was Gino saying how Kevin and Helena, they've been in alliance this whole time with Josh or something like that. And Marty kind of like, I don't know if he had something in his hands, but he was kind of like pretending to go hit Herman. He's like, and you said I was a snake.
Yeah.
And it's like, you were the snake.
You were a snake too. Yeah.
Like,
let's be real.
You did what they wanted you to do. So
yes.
you're
You were still
snake.
working. You were still working with them. Like you were in a working relationship. You knew that they talked game. You might not have known how close they were because he assumed that Helena was his final two, but she had quite a few final twos who are all sitting in the jury right now.
Yikes!
Ooh.
Yikes! Yikes!
Yikes.
So we do go back to the main house, and Jacey-Lynne makes one last pitch, and she reminds Kevin, like, this is like me, you keep me wanting to keep Gino into this game. Like, you would want to break that up. Like, you are letting Betty keep her number one in this game, and Josh keep his number one in this game. Like, you should want to break that up, and he should want to break that up. Absolutely. I really think it was a missed opportunity. I think this is very bad for Kevin's game. Like, very bad for Kevin's game. Because if Josh has turned, he doesn't know he's turned, but if he has turned, like, we already talked about the scenarios. Like, in most scenarios, Kevin goes home if he doesn't win the veto. Or the kind of household. If Jacey-Lynne is playing for you, and she said, we see her
she wants to take out Betty, then that's great for you.
And she wanted to honor her agreement with them.
Right. Like, it's just bad gameplay, in my opinion. I don't think this is setting up Kevin very good for Endgame. And he kept saying, like, it's better for me than Helena. I think Helena is in a better position to make it to the final 3 at least.
Absolutely. So, Kevin will be number one, enemy number one, public enemy number one. So,
and Kevin has never actually won anything. Like, he only won that comp because Gino misspelled the word nominee. And it's like,
true.
He's not great under pressure. He has been studying, but in my opinion, he hasn't been studying enough. I feel like I would know a lot of things that he has been getting wrong.
like I know the season better than him.
Yeah, that's sad.
Just, watching it.
Every night I would be laying in bed going over
I did see him studying his days once with, like, on the bed recently, and he knew his days and he knew different kind of combinations on how to look at the days. And he's like, okay, let's do the days backwards. Let's do the days forward. So he seems to know his days backwards and forwards. So he has that. So no surprise. We already was very upset about it. Well, even though, before this happens, Josh tells them, like, at the last minute that, like, he's gonna throw the veto to them, and, like, Josh is saying in his confessional that he's so mad that Kevin is, like, laughing at him and, like, joking around when his life in the game is on the line here. You can't really make somebody, like, say that, Josh. Come on. Like, you put yourself in that position.
Yes.
And you're also against him. So the fact that, like, anyways, he's just being a little bit hypocritical, but whatever. I'd probably be bitter too. And so Kevin seems to think that Josh actually would throw him the veto. And
from the HOH.
Sorry, HOH. Yeah. And I think that's inane.
Inane. Not happening.
No. So we get to the nomination ceremony, or the eviction ceremony, and I didn't write down what Josh said, but I thought that what Jacey-Lynne said was, like, just being like, Betty and Josh are the best duo that this game has ever seen. If they get to the end, they have my vote. Like, I'm rooting for them. And I thought that was, like, fighting words. Like, I was like, that would be something that would make me reconsider if I was on the fence, and being 100%. Like, maybe, or if anything, like, split it to make Betty have to make the decision and get some blood in her hands. You know what I mean? Like, if that's the case, I would have been like, sorry. Like, you're not playing for head of household. So, you go and you make the decision, and we get it. You're going to probably choose Josh, but I definitely wouldn't have made it easy for her to not lose something for making a very bad game decision.
Yep.
So it is done. They both go and vote. Helena goes first. And I thought that I'll happily evict Jacey-Lynne. I was like, why are you so happy about this?
Well, last night, her and Jacey-Lynne kind of got into it, and Jacey-Lynne told her that she didn't respect her as a woman or as a player, and was pretty insulting. So I think they just, like, left on bad terms in general.
But I definitely don't think it was a good look for her to be like, well, I mean, Jason doesn't see that, but, like, I was like, wow, I happily voted to Jacey-Lynne. Like, she could be your ticket to the win that you might have just happily evicted. So
yes, watch your mouth, Lord.
And then Kevin obviously evicts her as well, and so she goes out the door. Speaking to Arisa, she does say that she was going to honor her agreements, and I'm just like, oh, you guys might have really made a bad decision.
Yep.
And in those goodbye message, Helena also wasn't very nice there, but I thought that Kevin did a really good job with saying, like, I'm really sorry. Like, you are an amazing player. Like, I've been working together with Helena since like at the beginning of this game, and blah, 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 blah. And so he did a better job with jury for her to go to the jury house with like Kevin and Helena been working together. Like, Helena's a snake, but Kevin, like, he made her feel good about her game. So I think that he did a good job with handling Jacey-Lynne, even though he didn't vote to keep her.
Yep.
So that's it for the episode. Ooh. Anything else that we didn't talk about? We talked about.
I don't think so. I think we got a good chunk done.
Okay, good. We did.
Do you get any feeds?
I don't think we have any feeds yet. Oh. Okay. Betty's boyfriend looks adorable. Yeah. I mean, he looks sweet. He looks kind, but I don't picture them banging. Yeah, she looked great in lime green.
Oh, she looked
Helena, we're talking about. I would assume that if you say lime green, you're talking about Arisa, because her colors this season have been quite bold. I'm wondering if that's me talking about them banging. They look, they have a bit of an age difference. Yeah, he seemed a little bit older than her, maybe.
I don't know.
Like he seems maybe in his maybe 30.
In his 60s?
I said 30.
That's a big age difference. Yeah, you're right.
Josh has the best memeable crying face of the season. I mean, yes.
Him crying over Kevin getting fake evicted should have been reason enough to evict him or break them up. Like, Lord. Yep.
So grateful to have Herman and Moose on the season. Absolutely agree. They were really lively in the jury segment, and I enjoyed that. And also brought some excitement out of Gino, it seemed. Like he had a little bit of a personality, which I like to see. Marty, you're out of the game. Just accept that you lied and snaked Herman. It's part of the game. Yeah, he sucks. He sucks. Helena's goodbye message was for Jacey-Lynne was so bad. So bad. Helena's final message was based on emotions and not the game. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Kevin Martin warned her and saying like how you send people out is going to be how you tell your story. BB Ken Twitter said the fees will be back tomorrow morning. Oh, okay. Thank you, Adrian. Fine. Oh, that's so annoying. They're doing Puya's live feed updates. I'm so dirty every time. I know. I used to love, I'm like, yes, Friday Puya. Always, I was always tuning in for Puya for Friday. And that was usually my favorite update. Puya Fridays and Liana Saturdays. Always watch those for sure. I mean, I watched them all, but I was always live at least. And this whole season, he's gotten 2 that were good. Most of the time the feeds were down the whole night, and they'd get a little bit in the morning. Just because, or a little bit before the feeds went down for the episode and the eviction. Puya done dirty. I mean, once we go back to the US, he won't be done dirty again. But I love Puya Fridays. Mm-hmm. Helena's message was bad, but she spoke facts though. What'd she say?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
She said that she knows.
You're here and I'm here.
Well, she started off with you're a strong, independent woman. I have a lot of respect for you, but so am I. And I've been playing this game since the beginning. And you were focused on a showmance. And I'm here and you're sitting in jury. Yikes.
That's not what you want to say.
I mean, but Jacey-Lynne was giving it to her hard last night. So I can understand her being you know what? I'm going to give some attitude here because I'm probably not going to get her vote.
No, still try to get her vote.
Oh, of course. Still try.
Oh my gosh. Every vote counts. Friday and Saturday are going to be stressful. Oh, with how things. Yeah, he's a final 4. Definitely. Oh, I miss Brent too. Brent. Of course. Brenty is great. I think that he definitely brings a nice little energy. There was just some things that were going on behind the scene that, wasn't great with everybody. But I love Brent and I loved podcasting with him. And I think that he did add some really great, interesting takes. So you don't have to apologize. He's great. It was true what she said, but yeah, exactly. Not how you say it when someone's going to be voting for people to win money at all. Okay, we got to the end of the comments. Thank you, everybody in the chat. You guys were nice and animated for going on this little journey with us. It's our second to last time together talking about Big Brother Canada Season 10. Jojo, it's been a pleasure. I can't wait to be in New York with you next
Me
week.
too. New York.
Depending, maybe we'll even do, I don't know what we're going to be doing before the Nova Dolls, but maybe we'll watch it live. Maybe we can do some live tweeting or something. Who knows? But we'll see what happens for next week. We'll be doing something on Thursday for sure. Not sure when or what time, but thank you guys for being along for this ride with us. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to the channel, not the handle, the channel, and like this video, please. Like it right now, please. Everybody that's watching right now, just like that video. It's just so helpful. YouTube loves it when it seems like people are interacting with people that are creating content. So like this video and leave a comment. So now that we know what our final four is, who do you want to win the game?
Can we do placement like 4, 3, 2, 1? What's
exactly.
ideal for you?
What's your order of how you want this to go down? So who's your winner pick? Who's your runner up? Who's out third? And who's out fourth? What would your ideal scenario be? That would be amazing.
What's yours? Do you have one?
I don't really. I kind of want Kevin to get just desserts for making a bad decision, but then I also want him to win. So I'm kind of like, in that scenario, it would be like Kevin, Helena, Betty, Josh.
Okay.
But then I also want Josh or Kevin to realize that he made a really dumb decision. So that I would want Josh to win, then Betty. I know that people really want Betty to win, but I don't think that I think that Josh has played a better game than Betty has, even though he hasn't played that much. I do. Betty, how many times did Betty in the morning being like, oh my God, people are already scheming and it's before 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what else? Why else are you in the house? Like you're only there to scheme.
I think for me, I would love it to go like Kevin, Josh, Helena, Betty. I want a female winner always. Yes. But I'd love a female final too. So in that case, or a complete surprise and watch Helena win this, I would be shocked.
I mean, I could see that happening too a little bit. If it's the final two, though, I would prefer, I think, Betty to win, even though Helena's played a better game. I guess a few things that she's done has rubbed me a little bit the wrong way.
Sure.
And so then I think I would give it to Betty to win. Yeah.
I think the fan in me wants Betty to win. The player in me wants Kevin to win. Kevin or Helena.
I can agree with that as well.
I think that's my mind frame.
I can make an argument for everybody.
Yeah, I just don't want Josh to win. Oh,
I don't hate Josh winning if he's next to Betty.
Okay,
right?
That's fine.
Just because I need him to win with that duo, so that it's just so wrong. Kevin's decision. It's just glaringly obvious that it was bad. So Anna says Betty has no clear path to win. If either Kevin or Helena leave, she wins. Oh, has a clear path to win.
Yeah, I think she's got a good shot still. I'm not going to rule her out. Especially if she wins her way to the end. I think the last 3 comps are going to be really important.
Yes, loyalists. Yes. Oh, yes. Actually, Adrian asked us this too. So who do we think is going to win? I
am going to say...
I'm thinking that Josh is going to win because of that Fox comment. And because everybody's so scared of him and they're just letting him skate by, and he hasn't been winning all these competitions, but he's coming in second or he's throwing. I can see him doing what it takes to get to the end and winning at this point.
And I'm going to say, I think that Betty's going to win this season.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I think
I'm definitely fine with anybody winning at this point.
Yeah,
but
I mean, when it comes down to it, it's fine if Josh wins for me too. It's fine. I won't be celebrating, but I'm fine with it. Cute winner.
Yes, he's such
first
a cute
gay winner. Besides Sarah.
Gay male. Interesting.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again, everybody. Love you, Jojo. Love you. And we'll be in touch.
Bye.
I'll say that for later.